Today we're gonna be trying to catch the sea monster on camera. That's right, we're gonna be going fishing on this boat right here to actually target one of the biggest fish in the world. Because in one of my recent videos, I actually caught this monster on camera. And I made this map with a bunch of different spots where this giant sea monster could be. So let's go to the first spot on our map to see if the giant sea monsters are there. And the bait of choice is actually these little herrings right here. And we're actually gonna be putting this in the water. And I'm gonna see if the monsters are ready to attack. Here we go. Oh! Alrighty guys, now I think it's time to check the footage to see if those monsters are lurking underneath their favorite snack. Oh, look at the tarpon, that's so cool. But wait, look at that one. That tarpon looked like it got attacked. But guys, if I'll be completely honest, I see a lot of tarpon and not a lot of giant sea monsters, guys. But you know what, guys? I think I have an idea where they might be. So we all hopped on the boat and we drove all the way back over to the bridge where the giant monsters were. And that's why we have this chunk of meat, because we're gonna put it on the hook and see if we can cast it out there to catch this giant monster. So we casted out our bait all the way over next to the bridge where we recently saw a giant sea monster. And now that we have both of our rods out, now we just gotta wait and see what the heck we hook up to. So fingers crossed. So we waited for about 30 minutes until we finally got the bite that we were looking for.
Oh!
Right there. Oh! That's him, that's him, that's him. Oh, it's a big one! Big one! That's good, that's good, that's good. I said neutral. No!
No way.
I said neutral. And guys, the giant sea monster actually pulled the hook. So now guys, we're officially out of bait. But there is a good thing about all this. We know that the monster is still here because we just hooked him. Now, we just gotta catch some more bait. And I know exactly the man to call. So we packed up our stuff and we started driving in. And we drove all the way over to my buddy, Captain Blake. And now that we just get out here, we're gonna throw the cast net and see if we can get some live bait. So me and the captain threw the cast nets until we filled the boat with bait. And that right there is exactly what we're going after, guys. This is a live pogie. And that is how we're gonna catch the giant monsters that live out here. So with our new bait in hand, we drove straight to the fishing spot. And the fish that we're going after here is actually bright red and super rare. And we're gonna use this fish as bait to hook the giant sea monster. But first, we gotta catch them. So we grabbed one of our live pogies, threw it on the hook, and then we sent it down for a rare fish. And after a couple minutes of waiting, it didn't take long and we were actually hooked up. That's a fish right there. Fish on, fish on. Oh, guys, I wonder what I got. It's right here, it's coming up. What is, oh! Guys, look at the shark. Guys, like I said, we're going after our super rare big red fish. And this thing right here, that is definitely not it. So we dropped down our baits and it didn't take long to hook up. Guys, I think we finally hooked something. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's the rare fish. Get it, Blake, get it. Oh, let's go. Guys, look at that giant, beautiful, rare snapper, guys. Look at that. And more importantly, this fish right here is definitely gonna help us get one step closer to maybe potentially catching that giant sea monster on camera. So we packed up our stuff and we went even further offshore than where we were before. And once we got out there and started casting, you wouldn't believe what happened.
Oh! Oh my God. Yes, Franklin,
right
yes.
The deeper the water, the more fish. And these fish in the deep water are so strong that I was fighting it for like 15 minutes. And this giant fish didn't give up without a fight. Yeah, let's go! Woo! Doing it, guys! Bro, let's go! Come on! Come on! Not only do we have dinner, but we have a bunch of extra bait to go off and catch that monster that we saw earlier in the video. We're gonna keep on moving around here because there's even bigger monsters out deeper in the water, so we're gonna find them. So we threw the tuna on ice and we started heading over to the next secret spot on our map. Whoa, look at this, guys. And guys, to help us search this entire island to see if we can find the sea monster, we're gonna be getting a little bit of help from the sponsor of today's video, Electric E-Bikes. This right here is my secret weapon. Guys, I have the XP4 750 step-through model. And guys, this e-bike has up to 85 miles of range on one charge. Guys, it's literally perfect for checking this entire island out. And it hits a top speed of 28 miles an hour. Guys, check out this clip from earlier of me hitting this thing full speed. Here we go! Oh crap, here we go! Whoa! Okay, I gotta slow down. Guys, it comes pre-assembled. It's super easy to ride. And this thing's built like a tank, so I don't have to worry about taking it off-road, searching this entire island for clues where the sea monster is, because this thing can handle it. And it literally folds up in seconds, so you could bring it in the truck, the car, or maybe even in your boat for easy access. It even comes with hydraulic brakes and a throttle, all for under $1,000. Woo! Man, is that a good deal. What's even cooler is you could ride this thing like a regular bike, or kick back and let the throttle take over whenever you need a break. It even has a rod holder. How cool is that? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code right here on the screen to check out Electric E-Bikes, the sponsor of today's video, and add a bike cover to your order and get it free with code RAW at checkout. RAWW. And guys, we just checked that entire trail down there. No sign of the giant sea monster. So let's go back over to the boat, hop out there and see if we can search the deeper water for a big old sea monster. Come on. So we hopped on the boat and went out to the deeper water where hopefully the giant monsters live. We have a giant rod and reel right here, and we're actually about to drop down to the bottom. Let's put this bait out and hopefully we'll get a monster on camera. Let's do it. And guys, now it's dropping to like 1,200 foot of water all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. And guys, hopefully we hook a giant sea monster and bring that thing to the top so we can catch it on video. So we waited and waited for a bait, but after some time, nothing really happened. And that's when a massive storm rolled in and we had to pack up all of our stuff. Artie, Blake, go, 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 the storm's coming. And this is actually when everything changed. A bunch of giant tuna came up out of nowhere. We hooked into a massive fish and chaos sprung out on the boat. I'm on! Tuna, tuna, tuna! Guys, this is what monster fishing is all about. There's a bunch of big ones. I don't know what I got. I hope it's a big tuna though. And after what felt like forever, my buddy actually finally got a monster close to the boat.
Big tuna.
Oh, that's a monster. Tiny, get over here.
I see it.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my God. It's 200 pounds. Bro, that's a giant. That's a giant.
Straight up. Straight back.
Bring it back, let's go.
Come on.
Let's go.
Right there, right there, right there, right there.
Oh yeah, boys.
Oh my goodness, on the dang spinner. Look at this, guys. So we just got two absolute giants, but we want to see if we can catch the shark that ate the last tuna that we caught. And now that we caught some giant tuna, we headed all the way back inshore to get these fish ready for shark fishing. All right, guys, we just got back. Let's see some of the dangerous fish that we caught. So one by one, we pulled these giant tuna out of the box. And it's just so crazy how big these fish are. All right, guys, so look at this. We just got off the boat. We got a bunch of awesome tuna fish, and we're gonna start filleting these guys up. Blake, bro, what an epic day, guys. And now that we got this tuna right here, we're actually going to fillet this guy up because big giant fish, they like big giant fish for food, so. Alrighty.
There it is.
And just like that, flip the knife, go all the way down it. And this is the bait we're gonna be fishing with. So, let's see you guys when we're putting this thing on the hook. So we hopped on the boat and drove all the way back over to the docks. And well, guys, now we're back where it all started, and we're gonna go back out on this boat right here. But the only difference is we have all of the giant baits that we just caught with Captain Blake that we're gonna put on the hook to see if we can catch this giant sea monster. So we hopped back on the boat and drove all the way over to Shark Beach, right by where we saw the giant sea monsters earlier. And over here at Shark Beach, there's only one way to put out these giant little hunks of meat. We're gonna fly this bait almost all the way over to where the bridge was, because we all know that's where the giant monsters live. So we attached our line to the drone and we actually started flying our bait offshore. There it goes! Oh my gosh. And Raw fam, hopefully soon that bait right there will get eaten. All right, you guys can drop the bait. Oh, here we go, guys. Oh, there it goes. Guys, that thing is so far offshore right now, and hopefully, guys, we'll catch a giant fish on that snapper that we literally caught earlier in the video. And now that our snapper's out there, we actually put a couple more baits out as well, just to see if we can catch this monster. And believe it or not, we had to wait until the sun went all the way down until we would actually hook into a giant sea monster. Let's go, we're on! Guys, we're over here at Shark Beach, and we finally just hooked up. We went out to try and catch giant snappers and tuna, all to lead up to this moment. And now it's about to find out whether or not it's all gonna pay off. So we started reeling and reeling, and after about 20 minutes of fighting this giant sea monster, we started getting it close to the beach. Now that she's getting up real close, we're gonna run down to the beach and see what the heck's on the other end of this line. Hopefully it's the giant sea monster we've been after. There he is, he's right there! That giant!
Oh yeah!
Oh my gosh, look at that hook, it's right there. What a beautiful animal, but more importantly, we gotta release this thing, guys. We wanna make sure it goes back in the ocean safe and sound. Everybody say bye, Mr. Shark! And if you guys think catching this giant sea monster was cool, let me show you some of the other giant sea monsters we've caught at this beach. Raw fan, we got a big one! Now, Raw fan, we've been searching for the sea monster this entire video. And right now, we have a shot at catching it, if I can reel this thing in. Some of these things are over 1,000 pounds. Raw fan, matter of fact, these fish are so big, I need someone behind me to hold me so he doesn't drag me in. We're getting mono, probably about another 150 feet. What is it, Raw fan? Woo! It's a big bull shark, baby! Woo! This right here is a giant shark. This thing could easily eat a big whole sea turtle, or maybe even you when you're swimming at the beach. See ya! But Raw fam, that freaking shark was only 8.5 foot long. We're gonna fly this bait out there and see if this is the sea monster that we're after. Lady! Fish on, fish on, fish on! Raw fam, I didn't get 30 seconds after catching that big bull shark until this giant bait got picked up. So hopefully, this is the monster 10-foot plus shark we're after. Bull shark!
Get him, get him, get him! Oh yeah!
Guys, this right here is a giant bull shark, one of the biggest sharks in the entire ocean. We're trying to get the hook out right now so we get a safe release on this big guy. Now, was that the shark, aka the sea monster we were after? I don't know, it's pretty close. But Raw fan, we are after a 10, 11, 12, 13 foot sea monster tonight. And I'm not gonna stop until I catch him. Raw fan, we got our third shark of the night, real close.
Yo!
Hammer! Whoa! I've always wanted to catch a hammerhead. Yeah, and it looks like it's happening.
Hey, let's go! Woo!
Yeah?
Nice. Take some pictures.
Look at this, the hammerhead right here, boys. This is my hammer.
Let's go! Woo!
Yeah, hammerhead, baby. Woo! That was epic. And that right there was actually getting the giant sea monster on camera, guys. Unfortunately, though, we weren't able to actually get a giant hammerhead onto that beach, guys. But it still doesn't matter because I'm not gonna stop making YouTube videos until we get one of these giant monsters up on the beach. But guys, that would be a story for another day. I hope you guys subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next amazing video. Peace.